welcome to the Momversation Club, the podcast born out of the idea that every mum needs a tribe. I'm Claire Strong.
And I'm Christina Struckmeyer. We're two moms just like you, navigating the chaotic, challenging, and often isolating world of motherhood.
Now, it's said that it takes a village to raise a child, but we want to know, where the F is that village?
It's a question that resonates with so many of us who find ourselves raising children, managing careers, and trying to maintain our own identities, often with a sense of isolation.
But we're here to remind you that you're not on your own. The Momversation Club is your village, a place where you feel valued, appreciated, and understood.
We believe that by sharing our own experiences, successes, and struggles, we can create a virtual village for all you amazing mamas out there.
So join us every week for real, raw, and relatable discussion about everything to do with motherhood, including those things that you just can't talk about with anyone else.
So if you've ever asked yourself where the F is the village, then you found your tribe. Let's get into it.
Hi, Christina.
Hey, Claire. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm almost peeing my pants over here. You and I. So you guys, I hope that we'll create a clip for the behind the scenes, but Claire and I have the giggles so much today, and we have such a hard time starting the episode because we have some special props that only you who watch us on YouTube get to see. So if you are listening to this, you will need to go on and see. So without further ado, Claire, let's bring on some props for today.
Okay, so I'm going to go first. So here we are.
Okay, you go.
And maybe this will give you an idea about what we're talking about today. These are the bunny ears. Christina.
Oh, man. Yes. So for those who cannot see, we have some very official grown-up bunny ears on. Claire's are
very grown up. They look a little small to me.
Well, I have what I have. So when we talked about this episode, we said, I think we want to wear bunny ears. And I said, I know for a fact that in my dress-up closet for the girls, we have at least 3 to 4 pairs of bunny ears. I was wrong. I don't know. I mixed up the unicorn ears. We only have these.
Well, I remember that. So I used to have a dress-up box for my girls and would have umpteen bunny ears in there. But obviously my kids are older now, so I don't have the dress-up box. So I ordered these straight off of Amazon. So these are from Amazon.
Oh.
They arrived just in time for today's recording. But I've got to say, mine are a little long. What's going on here? I'm having to like them.
We're not sizist on this show, Claire.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of length, but I mean, look at you. I don't know what you're like. Yeah, I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
But,
yeah. Anyways, I thought yours came from a Halloween costume from Sophia. I thought you had borrowed some Playboy bunny ears.
Okay, so this is why I thought initially I had some, because my daughter dressed as a bunny the other year for Halloween, except it appears that the bunny ears didn't make it. So so I had to buy these. But the reason why you and I literally lost the plot before we got onto the proper recording was because, so we filmed the intro and the outro at the beginning.
Yeah.
So we got it out of the way and we're all very professional. Anyway, I started the intro and I just caught a glimpse of myself with these I just lost it. I didn't know what I was saying. I couldn't say it. I couldn't do it for laughing. I was crying. It was just ridiculous. I mean, the BBC will be so ashamed. Everything they taught me. And I just totally lost the plot. And I couldn't get a sentence out for laughing.
Yeah. Well, we have these because we are going to definitely be talking about something in relation to them. So as you listeners know, we are coming up on Easter. And so Claire and I were talking about Easter because we are building our friendship alongside this podcast.
Yes,
and we are. And we're becoming good friends, I think. I think.
I hope so. We spend enough time talking, don't we?
We really do, though. We really do. But we were talking about Easter, and I shared with Claire, Easter has become quite the thing. With moms. Mm-hmm. Quite the thing. And to the point where if you walk into any sort of department store like Walmart, Target, whatever, there is so much Easter shit when you walk in. These Easter ears are aplenty. Maybe we grab some for next year's episode, Claire, for real, because there's going to be a lot of options.
Okay, so listen, I just want to kick us off with this. Are you ready? So I did a bit of research. Obviously, the
Okay.
journalist in me likes this. So
Strapping in.
hang on. Here we go. So this is according to the National Retail Federation, so a very respected body.
Okay.
Consumers plan to spend a collective $24 billion on Easter this year. That's up from $20.8 billion in 2022 and the previous record high of $21.7 billion in 2020. So $24 billion, at least that is expected to be spent this Easter. I was going to say Christmas because it sounds like that would be a Christmas
Like,
but it's not.
that's the thing is like it feels like Christmas. It feels like it's become Christmas. And I'm not pointing fingers or blaming people. I mean, first off, I'm taking my ears off. Like we've covered. Let's take a cute like little screenshot image. Smile. All right, we're done. We're done with these ears.
I'm keeping mine on. You do you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So the reason I have become obsessed with this topic right now is because I feel as if the mom stakes have gotten higher with Easter. You know, growing up in the 90s, I do recall an Easter celebration. Like we did Easter egg painting. We had the hunt. My mom, you know, or grandma would give me the chocolate bunny in the basket with like the cheap Easter grass or whatever. But that was it. You got like a little basket and that was the end of it. It wasn't this huge ordeal. Versus cut to now. And I feel like as a mom, I'm expected to like really go all out for these like little holidays, not just the Christmas anymore, but there's like the St. Patrick's Day leprechaun and all the green that needs to come to our house and like the little leprechaun stuff. And now with Easter, I'm seeing people online giving their kids bikes and like giant toys. Yes. And I'm like, what in the hell is happening? Okay, so Claire, how do you do an Easter basket for the girls still? Like, do you do any of that stuff?
Okay, yes, but let me just start from the beginning. So in England, Easter is a big holiday, but it's a big holiday in the sense that you get days off. You know, obviously it's a religious holiday, but you always get, so Good Friday, Easter Saturday, Easter Sunday, and Easter Monday. We call them bank holidays in England. You call them holidays here. We just like to be super official and put the word bank. There is some historical significance to that, but I won't go into that right now. However, the point I'm making is after Christmas, Easter is the next biggest holiday in England because it's a time that all the families get together. You have, an Easter lunch on Easter Sunday. And most people are off work for those 4 days. So it's a big deal in that sense. And when I moved here, because we're in California, it's just a regular weekend. It's just a regular Sunday. There's no, the kids aren't off school, workers aren't off work. So I was a bit bummed about that, honestly, because I like the Easter weekend. But from a commercial point of view, so chocolate eggs are massive in England. So I was surprised when we moved over here because I can't get Easter eggs like I get in England. Like in England, you have chocolate Easter eggs, and that's what you give. And so kids will get loads of these Easter eggs, like 10 of them, sometimes more. It's a bit ridiculous. But I'm not aware that there is this massive emphasis on buying lots of big presents. It's very much still centered around chocolate eggs at Easter time. So when we moved here, I got a bit of a shock because, like I've said, I couldn't really find any chocolate Easter eggs, not like the ones in England. But then increasingly, as you've mentioned, people are giving these, filling these baskets, but they're not with cheap chocolate or, something cute. They're with pretty expensive stuff. And I'll tell you as well, I know we're talking about Easter right now, but the other big one is Valentine's Day, because I always get my girls a little something on Valentine's Day, but they, their friends are getting proper gifts. $100 gift, Lululemon or whatever. And the same thing's happening with Easter. I can see this.
It's bananas, and I don't know where it's coming from, but I have some hypothesis theories about it. Like, I think we're coming out of a time where we were all so isolated and so shut down and so everything that maybe these little holidays are starting to rev up a little bit more. But I felt like some of the commercialization of this holiday, specifically with Easter, has been happening since long before that. But as a mom, I'm a lot more aware of it now post pandemic, just because people are out and about talking about it. And also the other thing is if your kid's in school, there's like parties for everything too. And then a lot of parents are giving gifts to teachers for like all sorts of different holidays. And I'm like, when was that a thing? Like, I remember giving my teacher a Christmas gift sometimes when I was growing up, but not like, I feel like I am not doing my job as a mom sometimes because I'm not going as big as these other kids. For instance, with Valentine's Day, I just went and got Stella, my daughter who's in school, the little paper Valentines. We went to the aisle. I said, which is your favorite character? She picked the Gabby's Dollhouse and we signed her name on them. And that's all she wrote. That's what I did. Versus she gets back and there's these like cultivated, beautiful Valentine's Day gifts that have just like blown my out of the water. I look like this tiny, pathetic, like cardboard situation versus like Timmy's mom.
No, I'm with you. I look like this pathetic mom who has not put any thought into it because that's true. Both are correct.
Because it's true. Like
it's true. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm never going to be that. But getting back to Easter, the other thing I forgot to mention is in England the schools are off. They have 2 weeks off at Easter, so it's a big thing. And so I like the family aspect of Easter. I think it should be a time to, have nice food together, just congregate as a family. I really like that. But I don't love this, new high pressure expectation situation where, your kids are going to be, less than impressed if I'm calling it Christmas. It kind of is a Christmas Mark II, spring Christmas. If on Easter Sunday morning, your kids wake up and they haven't got all these great things that their friends have got. I mean, what's that about? I don't like that.
I know. I'm lucky in the fact that because my daughter is on the spectrum, like we don't have the same level of like, well, so-and-so got this and what the hell? Like, why didn't I get that? I imagine that's coming for me as the other one gets older. But it creates kind of, I think there's like it's nuanced, right? Because when I have energy and I feel good, I want to be the extra mom, right? Like I want to be the one that's doing this cool stuff when I have the energy and when I'm excited about something. But then when other people do it and I don't have that same capacity left in me, it leaves me feeling shitty about like my own motherhood, which is more about me and less about what they're doing, right? Like,
I think I think that's a good point. I think it's kind of an us thing rather than, the kids. I mean, I like to make all these little holidays special for my girls. But I do think even if money wasn't an issue, I do think there is a limit as to what I would think was appropriate to give to them for Easter. I mean, I think an appropriate, gift for Easter is, well, I always do a chocolate something because that's what we do in England. So, I'll find them a chocolate rabbit or whatever. And, maybe I'll get them some cute socks or some cute hair ties. Things that are not very expensive in value, but that are just like little, almost like stocking fillers that you would get for Christmas, that type of thing. But, I don't want to be spending more than, $30 per child.
Totally.
And I think that's plenty. I never got that type of money spent on me.
Yeah, well, we use it as getting them things that they actually like need soon, right? So for our Easter baskets, what we'll normally do is, you have to have something like fun to eat, like a little bunny or something. In our house, we're big on Peeps. I don't know if you're a Peeps fan. It's very divisive.
Are those marshmallow things?
Yes. They used to only be an Easter thing, but like we're talking about, they have expanded upon all of the holidays. So now it's not like back when I was younger, like it used to be that Peeps were only around for these months. So you better grab them now. Now there's Peeps for everything. But Peeps are a staple in our house. I like to melt them in the microwave just to like see them explode. It's hilarious.
That's funny.
My kids love it.
Well, they're an American thing because I'd never heard about them until last year at Halloween. And I was following this recipe and it said peeps. And I was like, what are peeps? So I kind of Googled it and then I realized what they were. So I'd not paid attention in the shop. So it hadn't
Yeah.
registered that these were a thing. So I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, yeah. So we have peeps in our basket, and then I usually will get them stuff for upcoming summer because as you're
Oh,
getting into Easter, the sun's going to be coming out soon. So
yes, sure.
a new bathing suit, maybe a pair of
Right.
sandals, like a hat or sunglasses, like things that
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy them anyways, but
Yeah.
that I want to put in the basket to fill it up. But I'll
Yeah.
be
So when
honest
they
with
were
you.
younger, eh? What
I'll
were
be,
you saying?
yes, I would say I'm gonna be honest with you. You're like, I'm listening.
I
Um,
am listening. I'm listening now.
with
What?
the younger ones, and also sometimes with Stella, I will go around my house and see what's in my house that they haven't been paying attention to, and I'll just stick it in the basket.
What?
Like, oh, this little doll set she has like buried in the back. I bet you she doesn't even know that she has this like little pony thing. I'm sticking
Yeah.
that in the basket as filler because I don't want to go buy a new little toy because she's just gonna not even notice it in 2 months anyway. So I will go through her toys and see which ones have been like outcasted and put them in the basket. And usually she doesn't notice or she gets excited about seeing the toy again. And so it works for us. If you have young
So hang
kids.
on a second. Has that ever backfired? And your daughter said, "What the heck, Mom? This is my toy." You're kidding.
Not yet. Nope, not yet. Because there's so many exciting other things in there. And
Okay.
I've done it for holidays. Like, this is so bad, but I've done it for Easter and I've also done it for Christmas. If I feel like my stocking's not full enough, I'll just like look
Yeah.
around for something that I can shove in there. And
Yeah.
I also do it for housewarming gifts and things. Like not for their things. Like I'm not giving them something that is theirs because I'm not at their house. But like, say I'm going to someone's house and I'm doing a
Mhm.
little basket with like I don't know a bottle of wine and like a little
Mhm.
dish towel or something. I
Mhm.
might look around and be like, is there anything in my house that I can shove in here that would be making it look prettier, but I don't have to spend any more money? Oh, there's a candle right there I haven't used. Boom. Like
Okay. Well, I suppose if you haven't used it, I can see that.
no,
Yeah.
I've never given them something like a used candle that's like burnt and messed up.
Can
Although,
you imagine opening that? Oh my
I
God.
tested it first. I tested it. It was a good smell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it smelled as good as it looked. It does. So there you go. You can have it. Happy
I am
housewarming.
I am a notorious regifter, 100%.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
regift stuff all the time because
Mhm.
a lot of times I don't want more clutter in my house, which is going back to this Easter thing. You
Yes.
don't need more shit. Like
Uh-uh.
all of these aisles are stocked full of things that are going to go in a landfill in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, you're right. Useless, gimmicky toys and gifts. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
it's not I don't know, for me when especially we go back to Christmas, right? We talked about Christmas magic and holiday magic. I think it's wonderful to create holiday magic for your kids on these
Mhm.
like different little holidays, but make it
Mhm.
more about the experience and less about the crap you're buying them.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's so much coming at us when it comes to like consuming
Oh,
that
yeah. Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot. And
Super.
it's not just with holidays, it's with everything. I feel like I'll
Mhm.
be watching something on television. There's like blatant advertising that's like pitching something to us. I'll
Yeah.
be scrolling Instagram and every other Instagram's an ad. Like, and
Yeah.
they get me too, Claire. They get me.
They get me. Yeah. I can be easily persuaded by a good ad. Yeah. I mean, I'm exactly what they're trying to do. So I hear you.
I
Hey,
know. I know.
thing. So going back to holiday magic, and obviously it's the Easter Bunny at Easter.
Yeah.
My girls, I don't think believe in the Easter Bunny now that they're teenagers, which is a shame. But I'll still will say, "Oh, the Easter Bunny's come." But what do you? The Easter Bunny, yeah, the Easter Bunny's been, girls. Come and see what I brought you. But what do you? So the reason I'm bringing this up is because okay, so right now you are very much in the Easter Bunny stage, aren't you?
I am. I have littles.
Okay. Okay. So do
Yeah.
you do the whole, oh, the Easter Bunny's been here? Do you put a carrot out for him and stuff like that?
No, we don't. We don't. So first off, we don't celebrate the traditional way with the holiday being religious, because I know a lot of family members and friends do, and Easter means something so different for them. For us, it's just like a
Yeah.
bunch of Easter crap and Easter egg
Okay.
hunting.
Yeah.
So to celebrate, we typically will have Easter baskets for the girls, and we do claim that the Easter bunny has dropped them off. And
Yeah.
what we'll do is put them on the porch, and then we knock on the door and we kind of run. Ding dong ditchers. We knock on the door and then we run and we go, hey, there's someone at the door. And then we'll like let the kids open it. And it's like, oh, we must have just missed the Easter bunny. He must have hopped over here and delivered these for us. That's so exciting.
So do you both do that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's newer, right? So we've only been married for a couple of years. And so it's been the two of us. But I've done it since she was like little, like since Stella was a toddler. And my dad did the same thing. My dad would be like, oh my God, I think I just saw him. Do you see over there in the bush? Like he would be excited about it.
Yeah.
But we didn't leave a carrot. Like that's not something. Is that something you guys did?
I mean, sometimes the Easter Bunny's a bit lazy at my house. You know, sometimes he does stuff, other years he doesn't. It depends on. He's quite a moody little so-and-so, that Easter Bunny. He is with us anyway.
That's how the Tooth Fairy is at our house. She's super freaking lazy.
Oh my God, the Tooth Fairy is very unreliable, frankly.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't trust her. She's not a good friend. She's not the type of girl you want as a friend. She's very unreliable.
She's flaky.
I personally love Easter because, you know, obviously it has religious connotations. That's not necessarily why I love it. I just love it because it's just become a center for families to get together, and I have some really fond memories of Easter growing up. So that's why I love Easter. But I don't want it to become any more commercialized.
No,
even if you're not in it for the religious aspect, which obviously is the reason we have Easter. I get that, but even if you're not, practicing Christian, I just don't think it should be commercialized. It should be about, at the very least, about spending time with family. And then obviously there is the religious connection too, clearly.
Yeah. So as a village here, what say ye? Like, what do you guys do for Easter? How do you feel about how some of this stuff has gotten to where it's gotten? Like, do you feel some type of pressure as a mom to kind of step it up when you see another mom step it up? And then do you feel that for just Easter, or is there other holidays like Valentine's Day for Claire? And for me, it's like St. Patty's and all of the like leprechaun shenanigans. Like I'm tired, Claire. I'm tired.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot. So share with us how you navigate Easter and, maybe some of the traditions that you have, but also, like Christina said, do you feel under this growing pressure that we feel that we have to perform anytime there's some sort of holiday? I'd love to hear from you. And that brings us to the end of another episode of the Momversation Club.
And if you've enjoyed today's show, which we hope you have, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a review. Your support helps us reach even more moms and build a stronger village.
Until next time, bye.